Yo, today I was reading Hebrews 11. It was basically talking about faith. And I know I'm not the only one who sometimes feels like, dang, my faith is low right now. Just reading the scripture, reading the entire chapter, man, just seeing how Apostle Paul was talking about by faith and went through the list of Abel, Enoch, Noah, Abraham, you know what I'm saying? And just seeing how all of the stuff came about by faith. I was just thinking like, dang, like it's by faith that I'm gonna get anywhere close to what God want me to do. Faith is required. You know what I'm saying? And since me moving from New York, I feel like God has been trying to show me that for the longest. And it ain't click until a couple months ago, really until I got engaged. Really just came down to me making a decision. And one day I'm gonna make a video really just listing off why I proposed, why I felt I was ready for that next step with my fiance. Faith is one of those reasons. But yeah, me just looking at it, man, and me just seeing all of this stuff, man, it was kind of like a battery in my back. Just understanding, yo, a lot of the people in the Old Testament operated in faith. God called them. They weren't qualified, and he qualified them. So in the process of me knowing I'm not qualified for what you're asking me to do, what is going to get me from unqualified to qualified? Faith, one step at a time. But how Rocky in the Rocky movie? Oh, was it Creed? But basically he's saying one step, one punch, one round at a time. Taking things day by day, step by step. And knowing me, I was always a guy where I'm praying and I'm asking God for answers. And you can't bully God into giving you no answers. I'm gonna just let y'all know that right now. It's not gonna go well for you. And I found myself getting angry because I'm like, yo, if I mess around and make the wrong move, then you're gonna get mad at me. So why don't you just tell me what you want me to do? But it was because there was no faith. And maybe that's not the type of relationship God wanted me to have with him. He wanted me to trust in him. Same thing what Jesus said to Thomas. When Thomas believed after he touched Jesus and put his finger through the holes and stuff like that to see. And he said, blessed are those who have not seen but believed. But yeah, like I said, just looking at all of this faith, and it was really motivating to me. But there was parts in the chapter but really just looking at all of this stuff and seeing, all right, faith and God got them to overcome. And just thinking in my head, man, I know they were scared. I know they was afraid to walk. You know what I'm saying? Just understanding their stories, and I'm like, yeah, I could. But they still did it. So it's not like God doesn't want us to not feel emotions. He wants us to trust us 100%, no doubts in our minds. I'm sure they doubted. Abraham and Sarah was laughing at God. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a part of it. But you could be scared and still make the decision to move forward. And I think recently in my life, I've been praying, being honest with God. God, it don't matter. I'm going to still take this step regardless. And it's really me taking a step back, trying not to always think about what I got to do to make a situation better. But really just saying, God, you know what I'm trying to do. And I'm praying, Lord, that you will work things out and that you will make my path clear in which direction you need me to go. Instead of thinking, all right, yo, I got to do this, I got to do that, and making plans and things like that. Because that's what I used to be. You know, I was always a guy, I got a plan for this, I got a plan for that. Oh man, if that plan B don't work out, I'm gonna have plan C ready to go. Shooting movies in my head of possible outcomes for if situations go bad. But now it's like, okay, oh, I'm overthinking again. Let me chill, let me try to stop, let me pray about it, carry on. And it's funny too, because again, like I said, in this season, you know, me being with my fiance, one thing I always respected and loved about her, I read, you know, I read the Bible. I'm trying to get in this apologetics thing. But there was a time where I let my pride get the best of me. And I saw how it made me look at her. And I saw the impact that it had in my prayer life. There was a lot of complaining. There was a lot of pointing fingers. I was on some Adam joint. Lord, the woman you gave me. You know what I'm saying? Not taking accountability, not leading properly. But my baby, she ain't quit on your boy. But one thing I remember thinking about it the other day where I was reading and I'm doing all this apologetic stuff, and I'm like, bruh, you can know the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. You can know all this apologetic stuff, all these historical facts. None of it means nothing. You ain't got no faith. That's just the reality of it. At that point, you're just a biblical scholar. But how can you be in a relationship with God and not have faith in him? How can you sell a product that you don't even believe in? I started realizing, like, yeah, my girl, she may not know all of this stuff in the Bible. But one thing she got more than you, meaning me, is faith. So I had to really just sit in amazement of her and how her first reaction is pray and she don't stress. Oh, God, I know God's going to work it out either way. Either he going to green light it or stop it and carry on. And I'm like, why are you not thinking? Why are you not planning right now? Like, you need to be prepared, you know? But that's just not how she got down. And so, like, even reading in this, Hebrews 11, verse 1 is, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. For by it the elders obtained a good testimony, because that's all they had back then. A God that they can't see, but they feel, they hear, and they gotta trust that whatever it is that they feeling right now is a superior being, and it's the right superior being, because they were pagan gods as well. But they probably couldn't tell the difference until what? I took a step. And then that gets passed on to the next generation, which is how you get the God of Abraham, the God of Moses, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, the God of, because that now everyone moving forward or in that present time understood, oh, this is the same God that Jacob, that Isaac, that all of them served. Not like the pagans. There was another scripture in here, I think it's verse 11? Oh, verse 6. But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he who comes to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of those who diligently seek him. You know, so I've been leaving these faith things in my phone where it's like, bruh, ain't no half stepping. It's either you trust in God or you don't. Period. And that's a question that we got to ask ourselves every day and challenge ourselves. Ain't no half stepping. I can't pray to God, then try to take the wheel. No, get out of the dang way. You feel me? So me reading this joint and just seeing the stories of, you know, all of the people in the Old Testament and how they had to have faith and how God saw them through, and me just thinking about what they could have been feeling in those times, I was like, yeah. It kind of put that battery in my back, you know what I'm saying? And it also made me feel good about myself, knowing that I'm not out of pocket or not normal for feeling what I feel when I question or have doubts. It's about a decision to step, though, you know? So I say all of that to encourage y'all. Take the step. It's either you trust God or you don't. And if you don't trust him, sit and meditate on all the things he has done for you. Check his credit score, and you will find quickly it is flawless. And just be honest with him and ask him to reveal to yourself what is really in your heart as to why you don't want to give it to God, or as to why you don't want to walk in faith. Me, what was messing me up was I trusted in my logic and in my reasoning more than I trusted in him. So if it didn't make sense, I wasn't comfortable making no step. I could have proposed to my girl a long time ago, but I didn't do it. Because logically, it makes no sense to get married and you don't have a career job yet. It just doesn't make sense. You don't got your own place. Why would you do that? But, you know, it is what it is. But, yeah, man, so I hope this was uplifting and inspiring and wanted to be vulnerable with y'all, you feel me? But yeah, man, y'all stay up. Y'all stay blessed, man. Peace and love. May the Lord be with you.